In the last class, we have come up to here, means we have completed the demerits of this dimensional analysis and few physical quantities. We derived few physical quantities dimensional formulas that we will see over here. So these few fundamental physical quantities we have seen already in a table, and these few derived physical quantities we derived in previous class. Okay, volume and this time period is known. Some these are the general dimensional formulas of general physical quantities, and I'll be giving it to you directly because these are easier ones. Already we solved few things. Next, if we move further, these physical quantities we come across in the mechanics branch of physics. So this I have derived. Distance, displacement, speed, velocity, all these I derived in previous class only, in our previous classes. All these, almost all these I derived, these dimensional formulas we have come across. Okay, so here we are dealing with only these dimensional formulas only. So these dimensional formulas are enough for us. These units and all we will see when we deal with these topics in further chapters. Okay, these are the physical quantities which we come across in mechanics. These are the dimensional formulas of physical quantities which come across in mechanics part. Okay, now further if you see further, um, this is in mechanics. Next, so mechanics will come across all these we will be watching in mechanics. In gravitation part, of course, in gravitation part, these we will come across: gravitational potential energy, universal gravitational constant G, okay, intensity of gravitational field. Again, we will come to know all these when we are going into those chapters individually. So it is a little difficult to derive all of them in one in this particular class itself. I'm just giving you. If you wish to do them, you can do it based on this formula. Like suppose if this formula is there, f dimensional formula already we derived. Above it is there. Here f is there. Okay, mlt to the power of -2 that you can substitute. D is there. So D is nothing but a distance, means length only. Mass m will be there. Okay, so all those we can substitute and we will end up with this. Okay, this is a unit. Okay, so this is the dimensional formula. So if you wish to means if you wish to derive this, you can derive it by using these formulas. Formula is there and giving dimensional formula directly. You can derive it from them. And this is in a rotational motion. Of course, it comes. This is also comes under mechanics part only. So rotational motion and this properties of matter, means these are all different topics which we come across in the first year itself. Next, heat. So what we come across in case of heat. Okay, and this is also all this belongs to heat only. I am not specifying them, just I am just showing what we come across in further topics. I'm just giving you what are the different dimensional formulas we come across it, and we will be deriving it when we are going in the chapter in detail. Okay, we are not going to derive it all these things. Next, further if you see, um, further what we have, electricity part is there. Electricity part we will get all these dimensional formulas, and further magnetism part also. Okay, so like permeability, magnetic dipole moment, magnetic flux. This magnetic flux and all you might have seen in class 10 itself, right? Now all these. Next, optics part. This also you have seen in few things you might have seen in class 10, like Planck's constant you might be seeing. This you refractive index you have seen. Okay, it won't have any dimensional formula. It is a dimensionless quantity. Okay, now so this is in case of optics. Okay, so all those are the whatever dimensional formulas we come across in throughout the physics, right? So that is all about this, and we have to solve two more problems so that the chapter will get over. I'll move on to problems part. Just hold on. No, just a minute. Right. This is not required anymore. We'll go with this, right? So there is a problem here. So what we have to do by using dimensional analysis only, we have to check correctness of the given equation. Actually, in the given equation also I have to write something. So what is given is here. Just a minute. So here half mv square, it should be half mv square is equals to mgh. This is what we have to verify. Means whether it is correct or not, we have to check. For that, already we have done some method to check this. So what we do first, we will be writing dimensional formulas of all these, whatever physical quantities involved in this. So mass dimensional formula we have to write, and velocity, V is nothing but velocity, velocity dimensional formula we have to write. So mass dimensional formula if I write. So how do we get dimensional formulas involved in it? So the dimensional formulae involved in the given equation. The given equation are, what are those? So first we have mass. So mass dimensional formula if we write. So what we have, only m we will be having. L and T won't be there. So L power 0 and T power 0 will write. This is for mass. Next, side by side only I'll write. I'll have more space in that time. V. So V dimensional formula is what? M power 0 and m power 0 L T to the power of minus 1 is V. Now, so this is a V dimensional formula. Right side what else we have? M is there, already we have come across that. G. So G dimensional formula is what? M power 0 L T to the power of minus 2. Right? So this is the acceleration dimensional formula, that is what acceleration due to gravity. And the last one, what is there? Last H is there. H dimensional formula, H is nothing but length. So what do we write? M power 0, L we will write T power 0. Okay. These are the dimension formulas which we have for in the given equation. Right. So we will be substituting them in the given equation. So further, right. So we have just written dimensional formulas of physical quantities which are given in the equation. Now what we do, we will be substituting in the given equation all of them, and we will be getting whether the equation is correct or not. So now, so what we do, left side what is there, what is given equation? Half m v square is equals to mgh is there, right? For that, if we substitute in that, half, better let me take next page so that it will be easy for half. Half is not required to take because it is a constant. So mv square, m dimensional formula is m L T m power 1 L power 0 T power 0 m, and v square, v dimensional formula is m power 0 L T power minus 1. So its power 2 will come, v square, no? Next right side mgh is there, m again, m L power 0 T power 0, g is what? M power 0 L T to the power of minus 2. Okay, and h is nothing but m power 0 L T power 0. This we have written in the previous page, that I have written here. Now if I simplify it, so what is there here? M is there, m I will write. L power 0 T power 0, it is not required to write because already it is there. Now here what we get, L square is there, L power 2, and t power minus 1 square is there, so t power minus 2 will come. This is the left hand side. And what do we get on right hand side also we'll check. M is there, so here m power sub 0, so we can write m only here. And L power 0, this is not required to write here. L power 1 is there, here L power 1 is there, so powers can be added, L power 2, and t power minus 2 is there, here t power 0, here t power 0, so those t power 0 is not required to write, so only t power minus 2 we will be writing. Okay, t power minus 2 we have got. Now as LHS and RHS both are equal, so what we can say, therefore the given equation, what is that given equation? The given equation of mv square is equals to mgh is dimensionally correct or dimensionally consistent, right? So that is what we proved. So dimensional formulas, with the help of dimension formulas we proved it, right? Now we'll go with one more problem. So hold on. There is one more problem here. So what we have to do here is we have to obtain an expression for force by using dimensional analysis method. So and in the given question it is given that the force which we have to derive an expression for force, which is depending on some three factors: mass, velocity and radius they have given. Okay, so some object is moving in a circular path and a force is exerted on that object, and that object which is exerted, which is experiencing force, that force is depending on three things. Now, so we have to derive an expression for it. Now, so if we write an expression for it, just a minute, we'll what we have to do as usual, solution. If I write, what we'll be doing, force is depending on three things, that is equals to some constant we'll write into m power x and v power y r power z. I am writing. Previous example also we have taken xyz, that's the reason I am taking xyz only. You can take abc on those, abc also small letters. Now, and in the given equation, in the given question itself, they said k is equals to 1. Since k is equals to 1, what we do, f is equals to, directly we are writing m power x, v power y and x power z. Okay, now what do? We will write dimensional formulas of all this. So just a minute. Dimensional formulas we have to write further. What we have to do is we have to write a dimensional formula of these physical quantities which are involved in it. First, we will be writing dimensional formulas of all this. So f dimensional formula if we write. So what do we get? F dimensional formula. F dimensional formula is what? M L t to the power of m L t to the power of m L t to the power of minus 2 is f dimensional formula. Next, m is there. So m dimensional formula is involved with only mass. Only mass. M dimensional formula is only mass, m L power 0 t power 0. Okay. Now next what we have, v. So v is nothing but velocity. Velocity dimensional formula is what? L t to the power of minus 1. So m power 0 it will come. Next, radius. Sorry, here small mistake, writing mistake. It is r. So what do we have? So r, radius dimension, radius is nothing but length only. So m power 0 l t to the power of 0, right? Now all these, if I substitute in the given equation, what is there on left side? Oh, so we are not here to check these equation, no, I'm sorry. I have I should not substitute here directly. What we have to do is just a minute. We'll substitute anyhow because we do not know powers, nothing happens. So we'll substitute in that. So what happens? M L t to the power of minus 2, left side, is equals to, right side, what is there? M power x. M is what? M L power 0 t power 0 whole power x, and V is what? M power 0 L t to the power of minus 1 whole power what? Y is there. Next R, what is that? M power 0 L t to the power of 0 whole power what? Z is there, right? Now if I club this, M power x will come here, and here m power zeros are there, so we don't need to write directly. We will get m power x. Next, here L power 0 is there, so we don't need to write a power this. L power 1 is there, and here L power 1 is there. So what do we get? L power y, and here plus z. Powers can be added when bases are same. Next, t power, here t power 0, no need to write. Here t power minus it on both sides. So when we equate both sides, so what happens? Just I'll move it little up. What is the left side? What is there? M. Left side, what is there? M L t to the power of minus 2. Okay. Now, so m power, here 1 is there, here x is there. That means what? X is equals to, we get 1, and this third part I will write. So minus y is equals to minus 2. Minus y is equals to minus 2 we got. That implies y is equals to, what does it mean? 2. Okay. Next, last, y plus z is equals to 1 is there. Here y plus z, here 1. Y plus z and 1. Next. So already y value we got. What is that? Minus, sorry, plus 2. 2 plus z is equals to 1. So that implies z is equals to, what we get? 1 minus 2. So we'll get minus 1. Okay, this plus 2 is there. When it goes other side, minus 2, it will become 1 minus 2, it will come minus 1. Now all of them I will write in the next page. So x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 2 and z is equals to minus 1 we got. So what is our relation? F is equals to, k value is 1, m power x, v power y, and r power z. So if I substitute all of them, m power 1 means no need to write power 1, v power 2, and r power minus 1. R power minus 1 means we can write it down. So what do we write? mv square by r. So force expression, what we got? mv square by r we have got in the end. So this is what force expression in terms of mvr. So mv square by r we got. This is what we generally call it as a centripetal force. Centripetal force expression we derived by using a dimensional analysis method.